Jamwal ma'am, CEO Extra Mart, Gaurav Kanwal sir, Digital Media Head, GTM and Sales, South Asia Adobe System. Sarveshi Naidu sir, please up on stage, Executive Director, Pathways World School, Aravali.
Has been always afraid of this word technology. I'll take questions from the audience, hopefully time permitted later. But I'll come straight to the point. By just talking about two examples from my own life as a teacher which I have observed. And I'm not saying which is good, which is bad. You all are free to take a call. When I was a student, I was taught about history of the world, geography of the world. I was taught how the dissection has to be done in biology, etc., etc. And when I became a teacher, now I see students not only talking about it, but sitting at the classroom can actually visit all these places, and with virtual reality can actually see how the digestion cycle works in a human body. This is one part of the story. The second is, when I started my career as a teacher, and I had always been in a boarding school, I used to take rounds of the hostel at night, and I used to be upset and angry with the students because at 11:30. So from being upset, I was more sad. So I think we need to take it up from there. So my first question is to Ms. Jamwal, who is providing resources to the schools. Now our topic says that why is the world going gaga over the inroads made by technology in education? Do you actually feel that technology has made inroads into education, or just inroads into school?
In a philosophical answer, it has made inroads into education because children have started educating themselves to the schools in terms of the hardware. They missed out in this education journey until we come up speed and refresh our knowledge and comfort with technology.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Naidu, I know that technology is here to stay, whether in education or in lives. But there is one difference between education and technology. The technology changes very fast and very quickly, whereas education evolves with time. So how do you see this blend happening, and do you think education will be able to keep a pace with technology?
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so I'll throw a question back at everyone in the hall. How many of you right now are looking at your mobile phones? Please raise your hands. Not all of you are actually taking notes on the mobile phone. This is the biggest challenge that humanity is facing right now. We think we are multiple taskers. We think we can focus on 3 different things at the same time, listen to 3 different things. We only have 2 sets of ears. It's a folly today to think that we have to fight technology. We don't. There are many other heads of schools here. We're all Wi-Fi connected. Students are carrying laptops from the grade 6. They're using it in the classroom, they're using it on the campus, and everyone has technology at their doorstep. So I don't think at this stage we should be getting into the debate of whether technology is good or bad, or whether the school should adopt it. I think we should be looking at the next stage that's here to stay. And just like in this hall, right now, whether you focus on the speaker or you keep looking at your mobile phone is your choice. I think these are the choices and responsibilities that schools have to inculcate in their children, in their adults, and we all have to go into it very smoothly. That's the only way forward.
That's a very valid point, sir, that technology is here to stay. And I'll take it to Meenakshi from here. You're talking about, you work very closely with the pedagogic changes in the school. One of the challenges schools are facing is that letting learners loose on the World Wide Web is like sending them to the libraries and expecting them to make successful forays to support their learning. So how effective do you think is that when it comes on technology?
Thank you for the question. Yes, we have been driving our students to library to take notes and to look into books. But when sent on, have we really been able to go through, look at the books? I just want to quote a story of a school with which we worked, and this school is located in Punjab. And we get the first generation school boards over there. And the principal tried to do a need analysis of why are these students coming to school. But you would be surprised to find out that these children were coming to school only to learn English. And guess why? Because they needed to go to Canada. That's the basic need of that village. So she recognized that need. She brought that need to fore, and she provided them devices to learn English. Along with that, she provided them skilling. Because after landing in Canada, what are you going to do? Because you're not skilled enough to handle the life out there. So she brought in technology to skill them to handle the challenges that they might face over there. So I guess technology is something that we cannot really escape. We should be using it in our favor to change the world.
I took the lead from where you said about skills, and I'll take it to a little bit from here. That when we talk about skills, there are a lot of players in the market when it comes to providing technology to the schools. And there are a lot of schools who are ready to take technology as well. I guess maybe that's more of a herd mentality rather than the need. So do you think the time has come where players like Adobe or Microsoft or related should start looking at setting up technological labs either in schools or in the cities at low cost to teachers and the schools for effective use and implementation of technology? And if yes, then where are we in terms of taking that forward?
You're absolutely right. There is a herd mentality, but there is more commercial reason why. Because India is a big school market at the end of the day. We have so many schools around, so every organization really wants a piece of the pie, right? So that's one of the reasons why we see the herd mentality around schools and every single company coming out with a part of an offering for the schools. However, there are two parts to it. One is, are we adding value to education in the very first place? Two, are we doing it responsibly, or are we doing it purely for commercial reasons? I think it's high time for every commercial organization outside, and I'm not talking CSR here. This is not CSR, this is responsibility towards the community and the society. In the countries where we do business, in the communities where we do business from a commercial angle or anywhere else, is to make sure that we are a part and parcel of our education system. And setting up labs is just the beginning, right? But it has to be a public-private partnership. It cannot be a single-handed thing, because otherwise it will become a commercial venture and what is seen as a commercial venture by an outsider as well. So it has to be a public-private partnership where we partner with the government in terms of skill development, and it's actually started. I'm working with CSC, the Government Service Center, the BMEs, and we've started a skill development program at an extremely low cost at the BMEs with CSC. And there's the only purpose is that you just need to know how to use a computer. And there we were talking about entrepreneurship, starting a photography shop, to a web design, to flex printing. Right? So those are the kind of things that we're looking at, but it's just the beginning. We're at a decent stage. We have a long way to go, and I'm hoping that every organization, it doesn't matter what technology space they're in, from hardware to software to networking, will work on these lines there as well.
Dr. Saraswat, one of the challenge I face in the school is that a lot of people come with a lot of products to you. A lot of people come with a lot of creative ideas to you. How should one decide the right technological input to the education atmosphere of the school, and what you see, and what would you like to advise us as education, that what is it that we need to look at?
Very difficult, because if you don't come from technology background, everything seems to be so colorful and so fancy. And the way these people have been trained to communicate, it seems that you have cracked it for your school forever. And the next day then there is one more solution, and then you think that this is I think it was mistaken yesterday, this is the next solution which is going to solve all your problems. So all the solutions look 100% to me, I'm being very honest, and that's why I have not been deciding on any one. Nevertheless, please forgive me for what I'm going to talk, because I don't understand technology at all. But fortunately, I have started understanding the child. Whenever I have to decide on technology, I look at these kids in 3 segments. One is that most of them, 95, rather 99% of them are going to become consumers. It is only 1% who is going to take technology as profession. And the third segment is the boys, students, who have to look for their professions in the changing scenario because machines are taking over. And the fourth thing is where most of the technology we have been talking about, that how to make learning more joyous and easier. Unfortunately, most of us in our schools have not been stressing on these first parts, that one, how to make you a responsible consumer. Second, that are we spending time to make, as we said, in coding, teaching them computer as computer science. And third is that are we training them, are we grooming them, are we sensitizing them enough that the world is going to change, and in such a scenario, what kind of profession you will be taking. Most of the schools are not doing enough on that. It is only making teaching as easy as possible. Now, because I come from old school, and what I was taught, Sukhartinah kuto vidya and Vidyartinah kuto sukham. विद्यार्थी को सुख नहीं और जिसको सुख चाहिए उसको विद्या नहीं. Learning has its own pain, though it's a sweet pain. But if you start giving them on the platter all the time, then yesterday what we were talking about, then challenge them enough. Prepare them to face the challenges on the face of it. Then actually we have been contradicting ourselves. On one hand, we are making everything easy for them. On the second hand, we wish them to be ready to face the real world. This technology has brought a lot of challenges. If I bring, say for example, if I bring Adobe and I give it to my teachers, I'm killing their creativity all throughout. Because everything they have there. Now, if there is no creativity, somebody talked about impressing and impacting. But the fact is that if teacher is not using his creativity, if teacher is not engaged emotionally and spiritually with the child, then how that relationship will work? How we are going to groom the child or be the right reference for his emotional and social growth. Because this connect is missing. And this connect is missing because even teachers, and in the name of that, we don't have time. We don't have time, teachers don't have time. But my take on this is that teachers have to have time. And they better have time, whether they are teaching 25 kids or they are teaching 80 kids. And it is a real pity if a teacher has to go to a career counselor to understand that what his child should be taking after class 12. And these are the areas where we are using technology. It will be a pity, ma'am, with due respect to what you shared, and I'm not contradicting it at all. But it will be a real pity for me as a student, as a teacher, if I don't know where does the weakness of my child lies and how much I have to and where all I have to work with. The point we should be discussing is that how to make these teachers more engaged with every child. Where are the areas which are interrupting this engagement, this relationship? Is there a way this technology can make this happen? I don't know, because I have never ever delved into this at all. But the fact is that somewhere this relationship is being adversely affected. And unless we start pondering over that how do we make this relationship, I don't think that we will be able to ensure, one, to understand the purpose of education, two, that how to create happiness in this school and in the learning process. As Sir said, the technology is now there. You cannot ignore it. And I also know that you cannot ignore it. But the fact is that how much money can you spend on technology? How much? It is becoming larger than any other component except the salaries. Even more than the maintenance of a legacy institute which I am heading to. I'm sorry, but this is what I wanted to share with you.
Thank you. I think Ms. Zarma wanted to add something.
I just wanted to tell you one thing. First of all, that there is an either or here. I think by empowering the teacher, you give her more time to ponder and engage. So we need to take it as a blended model into the school, and school leadership plays an integral role into it. Second thing is, we should change the whole paradigm of one solution provider and one school. Though I am a solution provider, still I would like to tell you that, because you should have freedom to choose whatever you want, whenever you want. For example, your school library is full of books. Are the teachers using those books or not? You provided. If you provided a solution, how effectively it is being used is very important. Last point, technology access is not technology, but what rides on it, and that power is very cheap today because of your cell phones. The access to quality education is important. You should not go to a wiki to find answers. You as educators would have given those answers and wisdom for them to access. So the wisdom is what we translate, and if we give teacher time to give wisdom, should pass on the wisdom to the students. So it is an integrated model.
Thank you so much. I personally don't know how integrated the model is, because I'll ask Meenakshi to add there. We have technologies in school, but there's one challenge which as educators we have been facing for so many years, and it is still there despite being technologically so-called advanced schools, is the inclusive and differentiated learning. So how do you see pedagogies changing with skills and technology to make this inclusive learning, inclusive in the real sense? Because my fear is that use of technology is in fact creating that divide a little bigger.
It's very interesting because there's a lot of work that Microsoft is doing into bringing inclusiveness into classrooms. So I'm very happy this method came out here. So once you bring in devices into the classroom and students are engaged in personalized learning or even collaborative learning, it frees up the teacher to look at the classroom, to look at what the environment is, to look at what is happening in various places, and to be where she's really needed. So it actually frees up time for that teacher to spend time on facilitating learning, making it more meaningful, deciphering the content to the child, a particular child without really everyone in the room knowing what's happening with this child. It's absolutely intimidating for a child when a teacher walks up to you, stands on your head to explain a concept to you. Here on her own device, she has a one-on-one space with that child. We have a very effective tool, OneNote, for that, in which we are working with children in different pages, and I can actually interact with my student one-on-one within that platform. Going by the pricing, I would like to pick up that I think our top giants are taking cognition of the price factor and the kind of credibility they bring with their products. There are special programs run by, I think, plenty of orgs like Microsoft, Adobe, you talked about it yesterday, Cisco talked about theirs, Samsung talked about theirs, Extra Max. There are so many. I really want to pause this for a moment because I think we need to realize that technology, I think within India and outside, globally, people are looking at us not as just the support providers. They are looking at us as the leaders of technology. Thanks to Satya Nadella, thanks to Shantanu, thanks to Sundar Pichai that we are raised are higher now. Our bars have been raised. And we're looking at skilled jobs for us. We're looking at high-level, high-cognition jobs for us.
Thank you so much. Dr. Naidu, I'll come back to you. You're not even instrumental in bringing up a school, but also running into completely different levels. And yours is a school which is completely an international curriculum, which is international baccalaureate. Now there, I know that technology plays a big role. But what I've been hearing since yesterday is creating a little confusion in the mind. Because at one level, we are talking about the emotional quotients being missed. We are talking about personal touch. We are talking about the teacher-taught emotional bonding and relationships. At the same time, we know that every school, every teacher, and every child is different. And so how is it possible that the same product fits or suits everybody? How do you balance it out? Any points you feel that which can clear that air and we'll be able to balance it in the future?
Yeah, very relevant point. We've been using technology in learning and assessments right from 2003, when the concept was very new in India. I think the correct word and the right word you use is balance. Most of the time, it's a struggle with the balance that this harmony comes in. If you were just to reflect on what is the greatest challenge that the average parent is facing on a school-going child today, or even a university-going child today, the biggest challenge they're facing is on this balance of how to use technology, how much to use technology. Where 20 years ago we were worried about substance abuse and various other challenges that teenagers would face, today most of the parents don't know how to balance it. Most of the schools tend to look at technology as an enemy, or a dampener, or a hindrance. But we forget that there are none of these. The balance is what is important. We do our e-assessments. In grade 10, the IB does e-assessments, and we've gone in for that. Does that mean the average kid has forgotten how to write on a piece of paper with a pen? Not at all. Because the school has a very clear policy on where to use paper and pen and where to use technology. The hall in which we have the exams is absolutely wired, but it's at a point of security where you cannot. There's less of a chance of cheating with technology being the blockage than there is in a situation of a paper and a pen. So it all depends on what you're looking at, the kind of projects, the kind of learning, the kind of thinking that students come up with today, and the ideas and the speed at which they're moving is very impressive. And it is just a matter of balancing that out. So what am I going to conclude with? I think we're heading more and more for artificial intelligence. And everyone talks about AI. And everyone talks about it's going to revolutionize the future. It will. But revolution is one thing, and taking away or taking over the human mind is another. We the educators, we the adults, we the end users of it also need to create that balance. So where does that balance come in? I'll conclude by just taking you to one of our great epics, the Ramayana. 4 characters, 1 Lakshman Rekha. You had Ram, who went away because Sita desired to get something and he went chasing that. You had Lakshman, who drew the line, and he assumed that because I drew the line, Sita will be safe. There was Sita, who thought there was nothing wrong in crossing the boundary a little bit, because what's wrong in giving something to someone who was begging? And there was Ravan, who did nothing wrong, other than when she crossed the boundary, he did what he was meant to do. But he never came to the other side to destroy Sita. He never touched her while she was on her side of the territory. So all of you sitting in this room, please go back to the Ramayana and ask yourself whether you're the Sita, whether you're the Lakshman, whether you're the Ram, or whether you're the Ravan.
Very well said. I think that's a perfect note to open it to the audience if anyone has any questions. My request is please call out your name, the school you're from, and the panelists who want to answer the question. There's a gentleman at the back. No, Ravi will be the last one. So, can anyone give a mic to the gentleman there in the middle? Alright, till the mic reaches, there is a I think Ravi is all set to create a ring out here. So there is a request that we should get a response of Adobe on what Dr. Saraswat said.
Right. I was in fact very worried because I've been a victim of bell ringing incessantly on me yesterday. So I just wanted to take it easy on that one. Didn't want to repeat it yesterday. Right. So there were a lot of relevant points that are raised in terms of technology, but and I will take a cue from a discussion, a lunch discussion that I was having with Singh yesterday, was that are we living in denial of that? Just because. So I'll tell you something. Why we need a Lakshman Rekha, as said today, and why is it the parents today or the teachers today are finding it difficult to draw that line? Is because we take a cue from us. And this technology wasn't there while we were growing up as kids. So we have no precedent there because we haven't learned that from our parents. Right? So it's a reflection of that, and we're the first generation as parents who have to draw that line. And that is where we're the first one, the pioneers, and hence, as they say, the first one through the wall always gets bloody. And we are the bloody generation. Right? So yes, there are concerns, there are many solutions, but what is the right solution? And what Mr. Ma also mentioned, that you have to provide the solutions and let them take a call, right? I understand that there is a question because there is a question of ROI. A lot of people not like that, but unfortunately that's real truth. Are we spending enough money and are we getting enough ROI out of that? But you want robotics, you have to have that technology. You want the children to learn the VR and create augmented reality programs. You have to give them those tools. 3D printers or anything from a creative education to programming, coding, everything has to be there on the board. It's a question of what the school decides to give and what does the students ask for, right? Well, we can get into a philosophical thing on democracy, right? What the students want, what the faculty wants, but yes, we have to give them the solutions.
I think I know what others haven't done yet.
Okay.
Just talk this also just 1 minute.
Okay.
I think it's better that I walk around with the mic because they're not finding the mic.
The first thing I would like to share that in our school till class 10, FIT is a subject in CBSE which is compulsory and it's a 6th subject. Though it is not a matter of pride, but I must tell you that all the boys, there were 102 boys, they got more than 90% marks, which increased my average by 7%. Why I am saying this, I understand that these kids need to be ahead of others in technology, so they are being taught additional since class 6. as far as selection of what is suitable for them, it is I don't, and even to the students, because I don't understand technology at all. But as a teacher and as a head teacher, it is my responsibility to be critical. And most of the time, it is my responsibility to be devil's advocate. Now, most of the time, I feel that is there an agenda of multinational companies to expand and create the need of technology in the classroom?
I think that's a very
Are they taking us for a ride?
I think that's a very valid point to stop. I'll just take the question because we are running out of time. I'm saying that's a very valid point to say whether it's an agenda. Let's take a question from Jennifer.
Morning everybody, my name is Manoj Jain and I work for Central Okay, my name is Manoj Jain and I work for Central Academy Jodhpur. My question, I have two. One is for Ms. Champal in particular. Hardware and software in terms of smart classes has entered the classrooms, but the liveware is missing. And the liveware is missing. That is, the teacher presentation skills are still not developed. How is it that you propose to bring that? Number one. And number two, an open question to all the panelists. There is a lot of talk about flipping the topic, as in not flip learn, but as in introducing the topic to the child through technology before the chapter or the topic begins inside the class. How do we see to counter that, or rather to take that forward? Thank you so much.
About one very important thing is most technology companies forget, and from day one we have made it a centerpiece of Extra Mark Solutions, is teachers training and adoption, not for one-day workshop, but continuously for the first year as to how she is teaching in the class using the software. Not it because nobody paid attention that ultimately it's a teacher who has to imbibe it and translate the whole learning in the classroom. So there are a lot of parts of the solution where the teacher has to control it. It does not go ahead unless she is deeply discussed and explained the concept. So we will, on the sidelines, I will be able to tell you. Secondly, flip class is a glamour word. But when we were young, our teachers used to say, "Ghar se pad ke aao." But when we went home, the book was so boring, we did not study. Only 1% of the front bencher would come and have read it. But imagine you have a module that the teacher flips a day before, and then the child takes 5 minutes to really understand the concept in his place, in this space, in his space, or space is most important. And 40 children coming to the class with 20 questions, and those 40 minutes value is taken out. And so instead of instructional pattern that we are used to, we need to use a flipped class concept and be able to fill the gaps within the 40 minutes in the class, and it will be an engaging class. That is my point.
Thank you, Ms. Sharma. I think I'll take a question from Ms. Bhatia.
Thank you. I'm Bhatia from Edge Girls School, Udaipur. Again, my question is to Poonamji. While I agree that virtual reality and the 3D effects that are shown are really good for certain subjects. Now, I'm an English teacher, and I've been teaching Shakespeare for many years. And every year, new interpretations come out, and it has made me a better teacher. Last week, I took a class, and I felt that they kept asking me, why is it that you are not saying, why is it that your explanation is not matching what is there on the content there? What happens to this creativity, this interpretations that are supposed to happen in class every time you learn something like in a language? Where does that go?
The biggest problem with language learning is that at the base level, the child does not understand the content, but is supposed to comment on that content. So that as a teacher, you should leave him hungry, especially in literature. He should deeply understand that, but you should ask him to have different interpretations. Same poetry has 100 interpretations, but it is not what you teach, but how you teach and how curious you leave the child for him to explore the world is the duty of our duty as educators. We should not get stuck on teaching aids. We should ask teaching aids to be more meaningful and teachers and school leaders to take responsibility of how it is delivered.
I know there are a lot of questions, but I'll not be able to take more questions. I'll just sum up that to me personally, I feel technological age as a Jurassic age because I'm not aware which way it's going to go. Whether it's going to benefit us or it's going to create more problems for us, I cannot comment on that today. But one thing is there which I'm 100% sure, that whether technology stays or it doesn't stay, educators and teachers are going to stay in the classroom. The difference which will be is that the teachers who are not equipped to handle technology will become obsolete. But technology without teachers and without educators will not function. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being so patient.
Hello. I would like to thank the panel for the very insightful discussion on technology. Please, I request you to stay back on stage. All panel members, please stay back on stage, please, everyone. Request ma'am, please, to come up on stage. Vanya ma'am, please, up on stage. Give the commentators, the members. Big round of applause, please. May I invite Ravi sir, please, up on stage. There's a surprise for all of you. Ravi sir, please, up on stage.
Good morning. So this is a very important thing that we are just going to do here. Right after the panel on technology, we are going to unveil our next conference, which is on technology. We are calling it Tech Dive, wherein we have companies like Adobe and Samsung for upcoming conferences, extra marks, which is for 10 minutes. That's not enough time. So what we are doing here, along with Mr. Skanbali, the crowd host partner this year, we're going to unveil our next conference called Tech Dive at Hyderabad Public School taking place. And wherein we are going to have 3-hour long session of each product. We want to give a deep dive on artificial intelligence. We want to give a deep dive on augmented reality, virtual reality. So I would request my teammates to give me the sunboard, please.
Yeah, it's a very special moment that we are here to unveil another effort by ScooNews in the education domain. Big round of applause, please. We are so excited to announce this ScooNews Tech Dive, a unique conference to help me in Classroom 3.0 and technology in the field of classroom. Big round of applause, please. We have one of our guests with us. I would like to call him on stage, Shri Subodh Agrawal sir, Additional Chief Secretary and Higher and Technical Education, Rajasthan. Sir, please up on stage. And I would like to invite Rahul Agrawal sir, please up on stage from Pacific Group, just to felicitate him. Please up on stage, please. Big round of applause, please. We have two big names. आपकी तालियों की आवाज़ बिल्कुल ना रोके, प्लीज एवरीवन.
Thank you so much, Rahul, and I'm so delighted. I was here by chance, actually. I'm Subodh Agarwal, and I'm in prophecy as ACS Higher in Technical Education. And I'm also Prabhari or in charge of the so since CM is around, I was supposed to be here. And I was asking Rahul, how are you involved? So, the same way as I'm involved, you are creating our future potential customers. So I'm so happy this 700 schools are here for this global meet, and I'm so delighted to see my own school's principal. I belong to Sindhya School, and it is such a delight that our principal Dev Saab is here. I'm happy to see you all, and thank you for giving me this honor. I just thought I'll sit and watch and see how you create schools of excellence. I'm told Doon and Hyderabad and Sanila. Are we number 1, sir, now? Still number 2? Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this honor. I just thought I'll sit and understand for some time that I had spare today and see how we are proceeding and how things are going. Thank you so much. I'm honored.
Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, sir.
So we have 3 very interesting sessions after this. Up next, music? No, it was not required. So next 5 minutes, Preeti from Cambridge University Press will come on the stage, and Preeti will take exactly 5 minutes, that is 300 seconds. And after Preeti, we have Karan Lalit from US News Global Education, who will take 600 seconds. After that very interesting session, on my personal invite, we have IG Amit Lodha from Border Security Force Jaisalmer. He सिंगम सुना था सर, आजकल सुपर कॉप और टॉप कॉप के नाम से अमित लोढ़ा जी जाने जाते हैं यहाँ पे. इनका शुरुआती सफर बिहार में रहा था, and recently has released a book called Bihar Diaries, which has also been converted to a movie directed by Neeraj Pandey and Akshay Kumar is playing the role. After that, we'll have a Q&A session with him, and then we break for definite coffee. So please enjoy these 3 sessions, sir. Yes. Oh, yeah, you know me already. So can we have Preeti on stage, please? We need 299 seconds.
Yeah, keep up to the